Oh, it's a sleeping spell? I mean, it does kind of look awkward. It looks like you're kidnapping a woman. That's also like, hey, no, I put her to sleep. Now, can you give us a quiet room? You know, it's not looking good from an outsider, but it's actually wholesome from our point of view. Bro kidnaps a cute girl in the middle of public and asks for a room. Bro thought he was a politician on Epstein Island. That awkward moment when the little girl is into satanic shit. Holy fuck, that's funny. So you're telling me that's a hero, but we can't worship Satan? There's something fishy going on here, that's all I'm saying. He enhanced his fist to the point that he broke his... Oh, that's amazing. They killed a child? Woo! One twink, one bodybuilder. How do you think this goes? So it turns out this cute girl in the hero's party decided to stalk her home. What are we calling it? I forget. Actually a little more violent than I was expecting. I mean, sure, it did start off with the demon lord getting killed, but it never really had that overly intense style to it. But when you can unironically sum this episode down to as, well, we drug and kidnap our love interest so she can have a sweet nap in a private room. Even I saw what actually happened and I had a hard time defending him. To, okay, here's a hero of another village, and bro's out here sexually harassing and probably sexually assaulting, let's be honest. We don't know what's been happening on Hero Island over here. So he ends up like, hey, anything I deem evil, I'm gonna kill, which, hey, to a degree, I understand where he's coming from. You know, a gargoyle that looks like a monster, probably a monster. I mean, I get it. But the unfortunate thing is he was actually a complete psychopath that, had our boy not had a bit of a consciousness decision at the end there, he was actually going to crush that man's head. Probably should have, but to be honest, seeing what our boy's capable of in his like super form, I think it's okay basically dropping him into the river and saying swim back, because I'm not sure exactly what he did to him in this scene, but it kind of felt like he might have crushed his ribs because he was like held up and then he like was gasping for air. But bro became the absolute Hulk and punched a man so hard he went through half the forest. I mean, he is a demon, but I guess it's easy to forget that he is a demon. But surprisingly more violent and questionably hilarious than I was expecting. Now, of course, guys, this far in the video, you know what to do. Drop a like, share your support, subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't already, and Patreon is, of course, where you catch my full live reactions to all these episodes and more. It does help fund the channel and videos just like the one you're watching. So we get this episode starting off in a very cute way, and I was actually kind of okay. I was expecting this was going to be a chill episode. I mean, we start out, we got Sheik and our boy going on a double date with a singular woman. Kind of just got cock-blocked more than anything. It's not really a double date, but kind of funny to think about it. And, you know, we're just kind of hitting the town. We're seeing what's going on with the people. I thought it was going to be a very chill episode. I really did. And what ends up happening is our boy uses, I forget what he calls it, Holy Bell, which is a knockout spell to force her to go to sleep because she's running on fumes. So it's actually a nice thing to do, though you do have to consider what he actually did. He knocked out a pretty girl in the middle of a crowded area and said, give me your quietest room. Doesn't really look good. That's all I'm saying. Though I do appreciate how it was a sweet moment for them after a little bit of hostility, because she's just like a little grumpy Gus, right? I think they've done a really good job with her, and the best way I can describe her character is I feel like often in these types of hero fantasies, they design every female, even the males too, in this almost supermodel fashion, and in return, while they're usually attractively designed or they're pretty or whatever, they feel so artificial, where she just feels like normal, you know what I mean? Like she feels like a normal, and I understand, it just feels cute, it feels adorable, it feels wholesome and innocent, despite this being a demonic thing. I don't know, I think they're handling the dynamic well, on top of the fact that both of them clearly like the other from the beginning, like once they leave the demon castle. So the actual growing relationship, it never feels like there's a third wheel trying to actually block them. Like, it's funny, Sheik's here and it stops them from having an intimate one-on-one time, but it's not like Sheik is a rival love interest. Like, that's what the show's doing well. Hell, even the hero in her party, he's not even a rival love interest. Like, they've avoided love triangles like the plague, despite making you think they might be there at the start. Really well done. And I mean, I was excited to see what they're gonna do with this guy, because at the end of last episode, I think it was after the credits, they tease this guy, and it looks like he saved a village from something. And I'm thinking, okay, it'd be interesting if this is another isekai character. We got an isekai demon guy. What if we have an isekai hero guy? I thought, yeah, like, and I mean, it still could be a thing, but he just seems like he has his head up his own ass so much that ain't no one satisfying him but himself. And he's just a scumbag. He enjoys pain. He enjoys inflicting pain on others, and he justifies. It's basically, it's a serial killer with a badge. That's the best way to put it. He has power that justifies what he does as being in the right, and in doing so, he gets to take out his sick fetishes on whoever he deems evil. Of course, he's fighting a gargoyle, a demon, so it makes it look like it's bad, but we literally see he's like, okay, if the child is going to protect the gargoyle, I will kill the child. Like, they stab a child in this episode, man. It's an insane episode. And I mean, it's incredibly satisfying when you see how we get through, because he has this magic sword that nullifies all magic, and I wasn't sure what the hell Yoki's ability or his, like, secret technique was going to be. Apparently, he just overwhelmed it until it fell down and his erection was no longer hard, because it was very satisfying seeing how he got his face pummeled in. But, you know, I'll be honest, it would have been nice if we took care of him, but I think the big reason I'm happy he's still alive is it means he's going to cause a ruckus again in the future, and hopefully it means we get to see even more satisfying, face-shattering moments just like this. And I mean, our boy's just out here looking like Kevin 11 from Ben 10 half the time with the way his face was detailed. I honestly thought he looked pretty cool. Even the gargoyle looked pretty cool, and I thought it was very funny what they did with the gargoyle. So he tells him to like, we'll use earth magic or something to change him into like a Buddha-looking statue. Mom was having none of it. Mom was having none of it. Said, you have shit taste in the decor. I felt bad for Buddy. He's like, oh man, am I really that ugly? Honestly, had he said, I'm marrying your daughter tomorrow, she might have immediately accepted the statue as like a reluctant gift. Like, okay, I'll do this for you if you do this for me. Because she's actually kind of a team MC in terms of the whole daughter marriage. But either way, very fascinating episode. Easily the best out of the 5 if you ask me. The thing about this show is no one should deny it is underproduced. The animation is minimal. But the big thing about this show is I like the background art. I think it fucking makes the show pop so much more. The character designs are fairly clean. So even though there's a lot of, like, at one point the fucking wheels aren't even moving on the cart. Characters are frozen in place. Yes, it's punching above its weight for what it's capable of doing, but it looks good to just basically look at. So unlike shows where it's like, man, this animation's shit and the art direction and the character models are inconsistent, this show doesn't have that issue. I think it looks good to look at. I wouldn't want JJK to look like this, but for the type of show it is, it gets the job done, and I think it has a very pretty background in general, but also the character designs are fun to look at. I fucking like this show. It's not some 10 out of 10 masterpiece, but it's consistently enjoyable, and you know, it's surprisingly violent when it wants to be. Your thoughts down below. Drop a like, share your support, subscribe, ring that bell, and yes, Patreon for live reactions and exclusives like, hey, I love to give video shouts to my patrons because they make these videos possible. All right, so today we got Greg Webster, Ethan Fitzer, Gray, Keke Well, Zydia, Liz, I'm Mildly Anxious. That might be my new favorite name. And we also have Peter Drank. So I appreciate the support. Please take care. You'll have a good one.